Alrighty, this is fishing Lake Wartook in the Grampians National Park. Is there trout? Is there redfin? Do we catch a maricod? Don't know. Stay tuned and find out. Alrighty guys, we're going fishing today at Lake Wartook in the Grampians National Park. Gonna be chasing 3-metre flatties. Nah. Gonna chase trout with a side of reddies is the plan. The biggest trout I caught today is probably like 40, 45 and long and skinny. Nothing fat, and they just fight hard. So I'm hoping for a big fat one, and that'll certainly keep the wife happy as well, because we'll take it home and we'll smoke it up. But a feed of trout and a feed of reddies is the plan, but we'll see how we go. Hold up. Alrighty, Lake Wartook, absolute beautiful lake, absolutely in the heart of the Grampians, beautiful mountains all around it. It's an absolute spectacle to be fishing on. It's beautiful. Allowed petrol motors and electric motors, so free for all, because there are some lakes like Lake Belfield in the Grampians where you're only allowed to have electric motors, but Wartook being an exception where you are allowed to have electric and petrol, but can't go past a nice quiet electric motor when enjoying scenery like this. Right, so the weapons of choice is down here we've got a Tassie Devil. Over here we have what's like a soft plastic but with a little squidgy tail on it. And over here we've got a Rapala, I think it is. So that one's in trout pattern, nice bright Tassie Devil, and also a nice bright soft plastic over here. So that's how we go. Alrighty, so hopefully this is the trip where I have absolutely no problems with the trolling motor. So, or the boat in general. The boat always gives me grief. As you've seen on our videos by now, I seem to have a lot of trouble with this boat, with things breaking, not working, stopping, playing up, whatever it is. So on the last trip, it was again the trolling motor. It is only a cheap trolling motor. And about a year or so ago, the trolling motor seized up and stopped working, so I've rebuilt it. Now, when I've rebuilt it, I replaced the bearings, the brushes and everything in it, and just thought, oh look, this will get us through a little bit longer. Put it all back together, and I've just noticed on these other trips we've been doing, the motor's only got 3 speeds, where normally it's got 5 speeds, but 3 in reverse. So I thought, geez, that's a bit odd. Let me get to this. Got a snag. Yeah, so the trolling motor played up on that trip, so rebuilt it all and all good. Anyway, on the last couple of trips, I've really started paying attention to the boat. I'm like, hold on, I've only got 3 speeds. Normally it's 5 speed, and I've got 3 in reverse, but I only had 3 speeds. I'm like, geez, that's really weird. Don't know what's going on there. Anyway, I paid closer attention to it after the trip, and the motor was actually backwards. So I had 3 speeds forward, 5 reverse. And when I rebuilt it, I must have rebuilt something backwards. So, and on the very last trip, we actually melted the Anderson plug for some reason. It just melted. So this trip is hopefully the last trip that we have any more issues, because I've put a big 175, like a big chunky Anderson plug on it, and installed an on-off switch, because otherwise you're disconnecting and connecting the Anderson plug whenever you did or didn't want to use the trolling motor. So I put an on-off switch with a key, and then yeah, big Anderson plug. So hopefully this is the trip with no troubles. Alright, just had to snap my first line of the day because I got snagged. This is Snag City out here. So I'll rejig that one, but while I've got my lines in, might as well show you the lures that I'm choosing to start with today. So you are up first. also then a nice bright Tassie Devil. I do like pink, but I lost my last good pink one on the last trip here. So at this stage, I've got pink and blue. Doesn't seem to work as well, but doing what we can. Alright, next weapon of choice is a Rapala. Fresh out of the box. Perch coloured. Let's see how it goes. On something this small, and some half decent, 40-ish trout and 30, 40 reddies. This thing, it catches a lot of fish, so times are getting desperate. I'm going to go back to Old Faithful to see if she can find me something today when she's a bit slow. Alright, I just got my first bite of the day and it was a friggin' absolute stonker of a bite. And by the time I grabbed the rod, it was off, but it was Old Faithful, the 40mm lip ripper. I've got a few different colours in there. I might have to swap out the Rapala and the Tassie Devil and put a few more of them on, because that's the first action we've had all day and it's only been on for probably about 100, 150 metres, so hopefully the times are about to turn. Alright, just did get another bite, again, 40mm lip ripper, little JD Eddie's lure, and then I caught a fish, but it's only real little ready, but this lure's been on for like 2 seconds and already proven the goods, so I think I'll have to change a few more of them over, but at least I'm on the board. Blue 40mm JD Eddies, goes really well. It's something. Beautiful. Lake Wartook Redfin. Such beautiful fish in here. This thing, been in for about 2 minutes and already catching fish. So I'm just going to find somewhere to... Oh. Got him in the side. Again, JD Eddie's is in for a couple minutes. And another beautiful, small Wartook Redfin. 40mm lip ripper again. This thing's this is why it's Old Faithful, because it always catches fish. So far today it's only pulled in some little reddies, and again, feels like another little reddy. It is another little reddy, but I'd rather be catching little reddies than catching nothing at all. Another little fella. It's been little reddy central today. One keeper that was worth keeping. The GoPro went flat, and I didn't bother getting the net because I was like, oh, that'll be right, and I missed it. It fell out right as it got to the boat. So I'm having the best of luck today. Two fish on to follow that. 2 fish on 2 hooks, lost them both. But you know what? It's the thought that counts. The thought about being cool.
You start telling yourself those stories when you're not catching any fish.
No, it's all about the experience. Catching fish doesn't even matter. It's not even important to catch fish. It's the experience. Spending time together. Nika. Oh, that's not bad.
Really?
Yeah, he's nearly edible. I think we should keep him.
Really?
Yeah.
Sharon's about to do a wee. I think he's on.
Hanging out.
Saw the worm.
Sea snake. Keep up.
Oh, it does look like a good one. Oh, fucking good size.
Oh,
Holy shit. Nice.
well, I should hang my penis out over the boat more often.
That's a really good size. Nice. Good size ready.
What is he? Ready? Oh no. 37. Alright, no one got the ability to GoPro that one because we got 2 at the same time.
I think the fish know when we're preoccupied.
Mm. Right, changing lures. We now are going with a stump jumper in like a tiger pattern. So it's got a bit deeper bib on this one, a bit bigger bib, so it should dive a little bit deeper. So we're going to be going with stump jumper, the 40mm JD eddies, and then just a trout looking Rapala. So that's what we're going with now. Oh, he is little.
Oh, poor little fish.
Lake Wartook is absolutely riddled with stumps. They are absolutely everywhere. You can just see them, they're poking about this much out of the water or that much under the water. It's absolutely dangerous, so you do have to just take your time when going through it. There's not a lot of places where there aren't any. I've had an ordeal where I did hit one once when going along slowly with the petrol motor. The nose of the boat went up that high, everything in the front of the boat come tumbling down at me, the tackle box open. I just remember going back, holding onto the boat, and my arm was in the water, like everything got wet, and it was an absolute ordeal. So since then, I've fixed the old trusty big girl, so now when it hits stumps, it does kick up. But if you're fishing Lake Wartook, be very careful of stumps because they're absolutely everywhere in here, just an inch under the water. It'll be well and truly gone. Looks like we're going to finish our day with some redfin, but no trout. Didn't even see a trout. A bit disappointing, but anyway, we'll be back again. They're just such good fun to catch because They put up a really good fight, they jump up out of the water and they carry on. So we know they're in here, they're just not in here today. So
The last 3 times they've been here.
yeah, we've done, last couple of times we've been here, done 3 trips without the GoPro. Each time we left here with probably 2 or 3 trout. Went home, smoked them up, and they were absolutely beautiful. But this trip, no cigar. Right, so camping around Lake Wartook is very hard because you're not allowed. There is a campground just here, but you have to be a member of the Horsham or the Wimmera Angling Club. But that's a pretty good spot because you literally have your boats right there in the water. Great spot to camp right there. If you're not a member of the angling club, the closest place that you can camp around Lake Wartook is down the entrance road. There's a campground there called Smith's Mill. It's got toilets and stuff, no showers, but not a bad campground there, all unpowered sites, and it is a part of the national park, so you do need to call up and book it. But I think it's like $15 a night or something, it's nothing. But yeah, so you can't actually camp necessarily right on Lake Wartook, but it is a beautiful spot. So if you haven't got a boat, you can also fish Lake Wartook from the rock wall, which is where we're heading out. Quite renowned to catch trout from the rock wall, but it's got to pick your weather so that you can fish it with a float or something, so the float's going out, not at you. This is fishing Lake Wartook in the Grampians. Sadly, there's no trout in this video, but there are redfin, so stay tuned because we catch something.
No, no. We are chasing some trout because I want some smoked cod, let's be honest.
Smoked cod.
Oh, smoked trout.